Unknown origins of mysterious Nomoli figures. While searching for diamonds, locals in Sierra Leone, Africa, discovered an incredible collection of stone figures depicting various human ethnicities and, in some cases, demi-humans. Some aspects of the found figures, such as the presence of steels with high melting temperatures and molded into perfectly spherical balls, suggest that they date back to approximately 1000 BC. If they were built around 17,000 BC, it suggests that they were built by a civilization that would have been considered quite advanced for its time. Overall, the discovery raises interesting questions about how and when the Nomoli statues were made, as well as what role they played for the people who made them. Sculptures feature in many ancient traditions in Sierra Leone. Ancient people thought that angels used to live in heaven. For their terrible behavior, God punished the angels by turning them into humans and sending them to earth. Nomoli figures serve as representations of these figures, reminding us of the fact that they were expelled from the sky and sent to earth to live as humans. Another legend states that the statues represent the ancient kings and chiefs of the Sierra Leone region, and that the local Temne people held ceremonies in which they pretended the figures were ancient leaders. The Temne were displaced when the region was invaded by the Mende, and traditions regarding Nomoli figures were lost. Various legends may provide some clues as to the origins and purposes of the figures, but no single legend has been conclusively identified as the source of the figures. Today, some natives in Sierra Leone view the statues as figures of fortune and are intended as protectors. They place the statues in gardens and fields in the hope of a bountiful harvest. In some cases, Nomoli statues are ritually punished during times of bad harvests. There is great variation in the physical characteristics and appearance of Nomoli statues. They are carved from different materials such as soapstone, ivory, and granite. Some pieces are small, while larger ones reach heights of up to 11 inches. Their colors vary from white to yellow, brown to green. The figures mostly resemble humans, and their features reflect different human races. However, some of the figures are half human, half animal, a hybrid of both human and animal. In some cases, statues depict the human body with the head of a lizard, or vice versa. Other animals represented include elephants, leopards, and monkeys. Figures are often disproportionate, with heads large in relation to body size. One sculpture depicts the human figure riding on elephants, with human beings appearing much larger than the elephants. Is this a representation of ancient African legends about giants? Or is it merely a symbolic depiction of a man riding on an elephant, with no significant meaning attached between the dimensions of the two? One of the more common depictions of Nomoli statues features a child next to a large and scary-looking adult figure. The physical structure of Nomoli statues is somewhat mysterious, as the methods required to create such figures do not match the period in which the figures originate. When one of the statues was cut open, a small, completely spherical metal ball was found inside. This required sophisticated forming technology that required the ability to create extremely high melting temperatures. Some argue that the Nomoli statues show the existence of an ancient society that was much more complex and sophisticated than their existing history suggests. According to the researchers, the metal spheres were made of both chrome and steel. This means that the first documented steel production dates back to around 1000 BC. It is an unusual discovery, considering it occurred in 2000. If the statues date back to BC, if the dating to 17,000 BC is correct, how is it possible that the designers of the Nomoli statues implemented the use and manipulation of steel 15,000 years ago? Although the figures vary in shape and type, they have a consistent appearance that indicates a common function. However, it is not known what this purpose is. According to curator Frederick Lamp, the statues were part of Temne culture and traditions before the Mende invasion, but this tradition was lost when the communities relocated. With so many questions and uncertainties, it is unclear whether we will ever have definitive answers as to the dates, origins and functions of the Nomoli figures. 4. Now these figures provide a compelling picture of the ancient civilizations that predated those living in Sierra Leone today.